Welcome to Real Daily Talks, where simple English becomes real speaking.
And today's topic is one that comes up all the time in real conversation. We're talking about how to describe a person's appearance in English.
That's right. Describing what someone looks like is something you need to do in so many situations. Maybe you're telling a friend about someone you just met. Maybe you're trying to find someone in a crowded place. Maybe you're writing a message and you want to describe a person. Or maybe you're just making conversation.
All of those situations need specific vocabulary and phrases. And today we're going to teach you exactly what to say, from describing height and body type to hair, eyes, age, and style.
This is a really practical and fun lesson, so we hope you enjoy it. If you're already excited, give this video a thumbs up before we even start. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss a new lesson.
All right, let's get started.
Hey Ryan, how are you doing today?
I'm doing really well, thank you. A little confused, but good.
Confused? Why confused?
So I was supposed to meet my friend David at the coffee shop yesterday. We hadn't seen each other in about 2 years. He told me he'd changed his look a lot, so I'm standing there looking at every person who walks in, and I have no idea who I'm looking for.
Oh no, did you find him?
Eventually, but I walked up to the wrong person first. I tapped a stranger on the shoulder and said, "David?" The guy turned around and he was about 60 years old. Nothing like David.
Ryan, that must have been so embarrassing.
The man was very kind about it. He just laughed. But I learned my lesson. I should have asked David to describe himself better before I went.
That is a perfect real-life example of why knowing how to describe someone's appearance is so important.
Exactly. If David had said, "I now have short, curly red hair and a beard," I would have found him immediately.
Instead of tapping random 60-year-old men on the shoulder.
Please, let's not talk about it anymore. But speaking of describing people's appearance, that is literally what today's lesson is about.
Perfect timing as always, Ryan. Let's get into it. Okay, so let's build a complete system for describing a person's appearance. I think the best approach is to go from top to bottom, starting with general things like height and build, then moving to the face, hair, and finally style and clothing.
That's a great structure. Like you're painting a picture of the person from head to toe.
Exactly. So let's start with the most basic description. How do you describe someone's overall physical appearance, their general look?
Well, the first thing I usually notice is height. Is the person tall, short, or average height?
Right. Height is one of the first things people describe. In English, we say, he is tall, she is short, he is of medium height, or she is about average height.
How tall is tall in English? Is there a standard?
It's relative, actually, but generally in everyday English, tall for a man usually means above about 1 meter 80. Short for a man might mean below 1 meter 65. But these are rough guides. It really depends on context.
What about more specific descriptions, like very tall?
You can say, he is very tall. She is quite short. He is extremely tall, almost 2 meters. You can also use the word petite for a woman who is small and slim. She is petite.
I've heard petite before. It's originally a French word, right?
Yes, it comes from French and means small. In English, it's used specifically to describe women who are small in height and frame. It's considered a neutral or even positive description.
What about describing body type? Like, is the person thin or heavy?
This is an area where you need to be careful with your word choices. Some words are neutral, some can be rude. Let's start with the neutral and positive words. For a slim person, you say, he is slim. She is slender. He has a slim build.
And slender is similar to slim?
Very similar. Slender suggests slim and elegant. It's a slightly more complimentary word than just thin. For someone with a muscular body, you say, he is muscular. She is athletic. He has a broad, muscular build.
Athletic is a great word. It implies fit and active, not just thin.
Exactly. An athletic person looks fit and healthy. Now, for someone who is heavier, the most neutral and respectful word in English is overweight or heavyset. You can also say stocky for someone who is short and solidly built. Not necessarily fat, just solid and strong.
What about fat? Can you use that word?
Fat is considered rude and hurtful in most social situations. It's better to avoid it unless you are describing yourself. Some people describe themselves that way, and that's their choice. When describing others, stick to neutral words like overweight, heavyset, or plus size.
Good advice. What about someone who's just average? Not very thin, not heavy?
You say, he has an average build. She is of average weight. Or the common phrase, he is medium build. That's probably the most natural way to say it.
Okay, great. Now let's move to the face. The face is usually the most important part of describing someone, right? It's how we recognize people.
Absolutely. The face has many elements: shape, skin, eyes, nose, lips, and more. Let's start with face shape. Common face shapes in English include oval, round, square, and heart-shaped.
How do you describe them in a sentence?
You say, she has an oval face. He has a round face. She has a heart-shaped face. These are simple and descriptive. Now, what about skin? How do you describe someone's complexion?
What does complexion mean?
Complexion refers to the natural color and texture of a person's skin, especially on their face. For example, she has a fair complexion, meaning light skin. He has a dark complexion, meaning darker skin. She has an olive complexion, meaning a warm, medium-toned skin, common in Mediterranean or Middle Eastern backgrounds.
Olive is an interesting word for skin color.
It is. It describes a yellowish-green tone that looks like the color of an olive. It's a very common and neutral skin description. You might also say, he has tan skin, meaning skin that looks sun-kissed or golden from the sun. Or she has pale skin, very light, almost white.
What about freckles? I have a friend with lots of freckles.
Yes, freckles are small brown spots on the skin, usually on the face. She has freckles across her nose, or he has light freckles on his cheeks. Very descriptive detail.
And what about other skin details, like wrinkles?
Wrinkles are lines on the skin that come with age. He has wrinkles around his eyes. She has deep laugh lines. Laugh lines, by the way, are the wrinkles that form at the corners of your mouth when you smile a lot. It's a more positive way to say wrinkles around the mouth.
I love that, laugh lines. It makes wrinkles sound like a good thing.
It really does. Language choice matters a lot when describing people. Now let's move to the eyes. Eyes are often one of the most memorable features of a person's face.
Yes, I always notice eyes first. What vocabulary do we need for eyes?
First, eye color. Common colors are brown, dark brown, light brown, hazel, green, blue, gray, and black. You say, she has blue eyes. He has dark brown eyes. She has hazel eyes.
What are hazel eyes exactly? I always get confused.
Hazel eyes are a mixed color, usually a combination of green, brown, and gold. They can look different depending on the light. They're very distinctive.
Oh, like they change color?
Not exactly. They don't change, but the mix of colors can make them look different in different lighting. Her hazel eyes looked almost green in the sunlight.
Beautiful description. What about the shape or size of eyes?
You can describe eyes as large or small, wide or narrow, almond-shaped, which means slightly pointed at the corners, like the shape of an almond nut. She has beautiful almond-shaped eyes. You can also describe eyes as deep-set, meaning they sit deeper in the face, or prominent, meaning they stand out.
And what about when someone has very expressive eyes? Like you can read their emotions in their eyes.
You say, she has expressive eyes, or he has kind eyes, or she has sharp, intelligent eyes. These describe the quality and feeling of the eyes, not just the physical appearance.
I like those. They paint a much richer picture than just saying brown eyes.
Exactly. Good description uses both physical facts and impression words. Now let's talk about noses and mouths, features people sometimes forget to describe.
That's true. How do you describe a nose?
For noses, you might say, she has a small, straight nose. He has a broad nose. She has a button nose, meaning small and round, like a button. He has a pointed nose. Or she has a slightly upturned nose, meaning the tip of the nose points slightly upward.
A button nose. That's such a cute description.
It is. It's often used to describe children or people with small and rounded noses. For the mouth and lips, you say, she has full lips, meaning thick and plump. He has thin lips. She has a wide smile. He has a small mouth.
And what about teeth? Do people describe teeth?
Sometimes. She has a bright white smile. He has a gap between his front teeth. She has a gap-toothed smile, which is actually considered charming in many cultures. You might also say, he has a big, warm smile, describing the quality of the smile rather than the teeth.
Now let's talk about hair. This is probably the most common thing people describe, right?
Definitely. Hair description has many parts: length, color, texture, and style. Let's go through each one. For length, you say, she has long hair. He has short hair. She has shoulder-length hair, meaning it reaches her shoulders. He has medium-length hair.
And how you describe texture, like is the hair straight or curly?
Great question. For texture, the options are straight, wavy, curly, or coily or kinky. She has straight, silky hair. He has wavy hair. She has tight, curly hair. He has coily hair.
What's the difference between curly and coily?
Curly hair has loose to medium spirals. Coily or kinky hair has very tight small spirals or coils. It's the natural texture of many people of African descent. Both are neutral and descriptive terms.
And for color, hair color vocabulary.
Common hair colors in English are black, dark brown, brown, chestnut, which is a warm reddish brown, light brown, dirty blonde, blonde, golden blonde, auburn, which is a reddish brown, red, strawberry blonde, which is a mix of blonde and red, gray, silver, and white.
That's a lot of blonde shades.
English has many specific words for blonde because it's a broad category. Platinum blonde is almost white. Golden blonde is a warm yellow color. Dirty blonde is a blonde mixed with darker tones. It's not a negative description, just a shade name.
What about someone who colors their hair, like bright colors?
You say, she has dyed hair. She has blue hair. He has highlights, meaning lighter colored stripes in the hair. She has an ombre style, meaning the color gradients from dark at the top to lighter at the ends.
And now what about hairstyles? Like, is the hair up or down, tied or loose?
For hairstyles, you say, she wears her hair in a ponytail. He has a buzz cut, meaning very short, almost shaved. She has a bob, a short, straight hairstyle cut at jaw level. He has dreadlocks. She has a bun on top of her head. He has slicked back hair.
And what about facial hair for men, like beards and mustaches?
Very important. He has a full beard. He has a short beard. He has a goatee, a beard only on the chin. He has a mustache. He is clean shaven, meaning no beard or mustache at all.
Clean shaven. I like that. It makes it sound very neat and tidy.
It does. It has a positive, well-groomed connotation. Now let's talk about age. How do you describe how old someone looks?
Oh, this is tricky. You don't always know someone's exact age.
Right. So you use approximate language. You say, she looks like she's in her 20s. He appears to be in his mid-30s. She looks around 50. He looks quite young for his age.
What does mid-30s mean exactly?
Mid means the middle of a decade. So mid-30s means roughly 34 to 36. Early 30s means about 30 to 33. Late 30s means about 37 to 39.
That's very useful. So I can say, she looks like she's in her late 20s, without knowing her exact age.
Exactly, and it sounds much more natural than guessing a specific number. Other useful age-related phrases: he looks very young, she looks mature for her age, he has a youthful appearance, she looks ageless, meaning she doesn't seem to age.
Ageless is such a compliment.
It really is. Now let's talk about overall style and clothing, because the way someone dresses is a big part of their appearance.
Right. Sometimes you describe the clothes to help identify someone. Like, she's the one in the red dress.
Exactly. Basic clothing descriptions use color first. He's wearing a blue shirt. She has on a white blouse. He's in dark jeans. For style, you might say, she dresses very elegantly. He has a casual style. She always looks very put together.
What does put together mean?
Put together means someone who looks neat, stylish, and well-dressed. Their clothes match, their hair is tidy, they look polished overall. It's a very common informal compliment. She always looks so put together.
I could never be described as put together.
Ryan, you look fine.
I showed up to a work meeting in mismatched socks last month.
Okay, maybe casual is a better word for your style.
Very casual. Extremely casual. Now, how do you describe glasses? A lot of people wear them.
Great point. She wears glasses. He has round glasses. She wears thick framed glasses. He has wire-rimmed glasses. Or if they wear contact lenses, you don't mention glasses at all, obviously.
What about accessories like hats or jewelry?
For accessories, you say, she has multiple ear piercings. He always wears a silver watch. She often wears a headscarf. He has a nose ring. She wears bold, colorful jewelry. These are specific details that help paint a vivid picture.
Let's now talk about how to put all of this together. Like, how do you describe a complete person in a natural, flowing way?
Great question. In real conversation, you don't list every single feature. You mention the most noticeable or distinctive features. Let me give an example. My new neighbor is a tall woman, probably in her early 40s. She has shoulder-length dark hair with a few gray streaks, and she always wears very stylish clothes.
That's a great description. I can picture her clearly.
And here's another example. He's a medium-height guy, quite muscular, with short blonde hair and a full beard. He has very bright blue eyes that you notice immediately.
I love bright blue eyes that you notice immediately. That's so descriptive.
Vivid language makes descriptions memorable. Now, Ryan, let me practice with you. Can you describe someone you know using today's vocabulary?
Okay, let me try. My friend Marco, the one I was mentioning earlier who I was helping with meeting phrases, he's tall, probably around 1.85 meters. He has a slim but athletic build. He has short, dark brown hair, almost black, and a short beard. He has olive skin because his family is from Italy, and he has very dark, expressive eyes.
That is an excellent description. I can picture Marco very clearly. You used height, build, hair, skin, and eyes, all the key categories. Well done.
Thank you. I'm getting better at this.
You are. Now let me describe someone too. My friend Lisa. She's petite, maybe 1.58 meters. She has a heart-shaped face with fair skin and light freckles across her nose. Her hair is auburn and wavy, and she usually wears it in a ponytail. She has green eyes and a very warm, wide smile. She dresses casually, but always looks very put together.
Wonderful. I love heart-shaped face and auburn and wavy. Those are really specific details.
The more specific you are, the clearer the picture. And notice that both descriptions flow naturally. We didn't just list words. We used full sentences and connected the ideas smoothly.
That's the key, isn't it? Not just knowing the vocabulary, but using it in natural sentences.
Exactly. Vocabulary plus structure equals fluent description. One last thing I want to cover. How to ask someone to describe a person when you don't know who they are.
Oh, right. Like when you're trying to find someone in a crowd.
Yes. You ask, what does he look like? Or, can you describe her for me? Or, how will I recognize her? Or, what's he wearing?
And what if you've just met someone and you're describing them later to a friend? Like, I met someone interesting today.
Then you naturally give the most striking features first. She was really tall with this amazing curly red hair. Or, he was this quiet guy, very slim with glasses and a kind smile. You lead with what stood out most.
Lead with what stood out. I like that rule.
It makes your description feel natural and human, not like a police report.
A police report description would be very different. Subject is 178 centimeters tall, brown hair, brown eyes.
Exactly. Natural conversation description is warmer, more expressive, and more personal. Use impression words alongside physical facts, and your descriptions will always sound natural. You know, Ryan, while we were talking today, we used so many wonderful descriptive words. Let's review the most important ones for our viewers.
Yes, there were so many good ones. I want to make sure everyone remembers them clearly.
Okay, first word. Complexion. Complexion refers to the natural color and texture of a person's skin, especially on their face.
So it's more than just saying light skin or dark skin. It includes texture, too.
Exactly. She has a smooth, fair complexion. He has an olive complexion. She has a warm, tan complexion. You can describe complexion with color words like fair, olive, dark, or tan, and texture words like smooth, rough, or clear.
What's the opposite of a clear complexion?
If someone has blemishes, which are spots or marks on the skin, you might say uneven complexion or blemished skin. But in polite conversation, you focus on positive descriptions.
Second word.
Second word, slender. Slender means slim and graceful in figure. It's a more elegant and positive word than just thin.
She has a slender figure. He has long, slender fingers.
Right. Slender can describe the whole body or specific body parts like fingers, legs, or arms. It suggests elegance, not just size. The opposite would be stocky or broad.
I'd describe a ballet dancer as slender, right?
Perfect example. The ballet dancer had a tall, slender build. Third word. Third word, prominent. Prominent means standing out clearly, being very noticeable. When describing appearance, you say someone has a prominent feature when it's very noticeable or stands out.
He has a prominent nose. She has prominent cheekbones.
Exactly. Prominent cheekbones means strong, well-defined cheekbones that you notice immediately. He has a prominent jawline, means his jaw is strong and very visible.
Is prominent always a compliment?
It's neutral, actually. It simply means noticeable. Context and tone determine if it sounds positive or negative. In general descriptive use, it's completely neutral.
Fourth word.
Fourth word, auburn. Auburn is a specific hair color, a rich reddish brown. It's warmer than regular brown, but darker than red.
She has beautiful auburn hair. I remember you used it to describe your friend Lisa.
Yes. Auburn hair caught the light and looked almost red in the sun. It's a very specific and beautiful color word. Related hair color words, chestnut, warm brown with red tones, and strawberry blonde, very light red mixed with blonde.
These are so much more descriptive than just saying brown or red.
That's the power of specific vocabulary. Fifth word. Fifth word, petite. Petite describes a woman who is small in height and frame. It comes from French and is considered a neutral to positive description.
She's petite but very strong. The petite woman stood out in the crowd of tall people.
Right. Important note. Petite is typically used only for women. For men, you would say short or small-framed. And petite specifically suggests small overall, both height and body frame.
So petite is not just short, it's small all over.
Exactly. A petite person is small but proportionate. Sixth word. Sixth word, put together. This is an adjective phrase meaning someone looks neat, well-dressed, and polished. Everything about their appearance looks intentional and stylish.
She always looks so put together even on casual days. He came into the meeting looking very put together in a navy suit.
The opposite would be disheveled, which means untidy, messy, and disorganized in appearance.
Disheveled, and that's how I looked before my friend David's cafe meeting.
Well, now you have the vocabulary for both situations. Seventh word. Seventh word, distinctive. Something distinctive is easy to recognize because it's unique or different from the usual. A distinctive feature is one that makes a person immediately recognizable.
He has a very distinctive laugh, but for appearance, she has a distinctive style.
He has a distinctive birthmark on his left cheek. Her bright red hair is very distinctive. You always notice her immediately. Distinctive features are the ones that make a person stand out and be remembered.
Eighth word.
Eighth word, well-groomed. Well-groomed means someone who looks very neat and clean. Their hair is tidy, their clothes are clean, they look carefully maintained.
He's always well-groomed. His hair is perfect and his shoes are always polished.
Exactly. She has a well-groomed professional appearance. The opposite is unkempt, which means untidy and not well-maintained. His hair looked unkempt and his clothes were wrinkled.
I try to be well-groomed. I'm not always successful.
That's very honest. Ninth word. Ninth word, youthful. Youthful means looking young or having qualities associated with being young, like energy, freshness, and vitality in appearance.
She has a youthful appearance. She looks much younger than her actual age.
He has a youthful energy and a bright, youthful smile. The related word, ageless, means someone seems to not age at all. She is 60, but she looks completely ageless.
I think having a youthful attitude helps with youthful appearance, too.
Research actually supports that. People who are happy and active often look younger. 10th word, our final one. 10th word, striking. Striking means very attractive and immediately noticeable in a strong and impressive way. When someone is striking, you notice them immediately when they walk into a room.
She has a striking appearance. He's a strikingly handsome man.
Striking is more than just attractive. It suggests presence and impact, the kind of person you notice instantly, even before you decide if they're beautiful or not.
That's a beautiful distinction. Shall we do the summary?
Yes. Complexion, the natural color and texture of a person's skin. Slender, slim and graceful in figure. Prominent, very noticeable, standing out clearly. Auburn, a rich reddish-brown hair color. Petite, small in height and frame, used for women. Put together, looking neat, stylish, and polished. Distinctive, unique and easy to recognize. Well-groomed, looking very neat and carefully maintained. Youthful, looking young or having a young appearance. And striking, very attractive and immediately impressive.
10 incredible words to make your descriptions rich, specific, and natural.
Okay, Ryan, that was a lot of talking about describing people's appearance today.
It really was. I feel like I could write a novel now. The tall, auburn-haired, striking woman with hazel eyes and a petite but athletic build walked into the room.
That's actually a wonderful sentence. See how much you've learned? All right, let's organize everything systematically so our viewers have a clear picture of what they can take away from today.
Let's do it.
First, we learned how to describe a person's height and build, the most general physical description. We use phrases like, he is tall, she is petite, he has a medium build, and she is slender and athletic. Remember, use respectful, neutral language for body type. Words like slender, athletic, average build, and heavyset are safe and professional choices.
Then we talked about how to describe the face, including skin, eyes, nose, and mouth. Key phrases include, she has an oval face, he has an olive complexion, she has almond-shaped green eyes, and he has a broad nose and full lips. Don't forget details like freckles, laugh lines, and dimples. They make your description vivid and memorable.
After that, we covered hair description in detail. For length, long, short, shoulder length. For texture, straight, wavy, curly, coily. For color, everything from platinum blonde to jet black to auburn. And for style, ponytail, bob, buzz cut, dreadlocks, and bun. Hair description is often the quickest way to help someone identify a person.
Next, we talked about age description. Instead of guessing exact ages, use phrases like, she looks like she's in her late 20s, he appears to be in his mid-40s, and she has a youthful appearance. These sound natural and avoid the awkwardness of guessing wrong.
We also covered style and overall appearance. Words like well-groomed, put together, casual, and elegant. And we talked about accessories and clothing details that help complete a description, like she always wears a silver necklace, or he was wearing a dark blue jacket.
And finally, we put it all together. The key is to lead with the most distinctive features and use full, flowing sentences, not just a list of words. Think of it like painting a picture. You mention what stands out most, then add supporting details.
Combine physical facts with impression words like expressive eyes, warm smile, and striking appearance, and your descriptions will always sound rich, natural, and truly fluent.
It's really just about building a habit of noticing and naming. Once you have the vocabulary, the descriptions come naturally.
Beautifully said.
Now we want to hear from you, and this is genuinely our favorite part of every lesson.
We love reading your descriptions in the comments. So let's get to today's question.
Our question of the day is, can you describe someone important to you, a family member, a friend, or even yourself, using the vocabulary from today's lesson?
I'll go first. I want to describe my mother. My mother is a petite woman in her early 60s, but she has a wonderfully youthful energy. She has shoulder-length silver hair, but she keeps very neat. She's always well-groomed. She has warm brown eyes with beautiful laugh lines around them that appear when she smiles, which is very often. She has fair skin with a few freckles, and she dresses in a simple but elegant style. She is one of the most striking people I know, not because of anything dramatic, but because of the warmth she radiates.
That is so beautiful, Sophia. I love the line about warmth she radiates. For me, I want to describe my older brother, Daniel. He's tall, probably about 1.88 m, and has a broad, athletic build. He has very short, dark hair, almost a buzz cut, and a neatly trimmed beard. He has dark eyes that are quite deep set and give him a serious, thoughtful look. He has tan skin from spending a lot of time outdoors. He dresses very casually, jeans and a t-shirt every single day. He is the opposite of put together, but it works for him somehow.
I love that. The opposite of put together, but it works for him. That's such a natural, honest description.
See? We described completely different people with completely different features, and both descriptions work perfectly.
So, viewers, your turn. Describe someone important to you using today's vocabulary. You can use one of these templates to help you.
Template 1. Name is height and build. They have hair description and eye description. They have skin/face details, and they dress in a style way.
Template 2. The most distinctive feature of name is feature. They are height with hair and eyes. They look age impression and always appear style word.
Template 3. I want to describe myself. I am height with build. My hair is color and texture, and my eyes are color. People say I look impression word.
Please write your description in the comments. This is amazing writing practice, and reading everyone's descriptions makes us so happy.
It also shows you exactly which vocabulary words you're comfortable with and which ones you might need to practice more.
We can't wait to read your descriptions. Thank you so very much for watching today's lesson. Describing people's appearance is such a fundamental part of English conversation, and today you learned a complete vocabulary toolkit to do it beautifully.
If today's lesson helped you, even just one new word or phrase, please give this video a big thumbs up. It truly helps more English learners discover our channel.
And if you haven't subscribed yet, please click the subscribe button right now and click the little bell icon next to it.
That way, you'll get notified every time we upload a new lesson, and you can keep building your English skills week by week.
You are all wonderful, dedicated students. We see your effort, we appreciate your time, and we are so grateful you choose to learn with us here at Talk Sophia.
Keep practicing every day. Remember, the best way to learn new vocabulary is to use it. Describe the people around you in English, even in your head, in private. It's still practice.
Every description you make builds your fluency. We believe in you.
Have a wonderful day, a wonderful evening, and a wonderful night wherever you are in the world.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.